Hello friends, sorry I was absent and I was not making some videos because I was busy with some other work, but now onwards I will be making regularly my videos and I will post it in YouTube in my channel, so you can refer to these channels for your education purpose, right? So today let us discuss the basics of quadratics. Now, quadratics is a polynomial with a degree of 2. It's a polynomial equation with a degree of 2. Now, this is the basic equation of a quadratic function y is equal to x square. There are three basic forms of quadratic equations. One is a standard form, second is a vertex form, and third is a vectored form. Now, standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Vertex form is y is equal to ax minus h square plus k. And c, the vector form, is in the form of factors. So y is equal to a into x minus r, x minus s. Now this is the graph for a quadratic equation, and this is basically a parabola, which is represented by equation y is equal to x square. Now, if you will see, this parabola goes infinite this way and this way, and it is touching the x-axis at point 0, 0. So this is basically a vertex point. I have indicated over here the bottom point of the graph, that is known as the vertex point, right? And because this is only y is equal to x square, where value of a is 1 basically. So this is the graph for that, and this graph, this goes towards positive infinity, this goes towards negative infinity, and it is touching at 0, 0. Now there are three main properties of the quadratic equation, the parabola. One is a vertex, second is x and y intercepts, and third is axis of symmetry. And you can see the equation of axis of symmetry is x is equal to m. Now what are this? So if my graph is little bit moved towards right, and if it goes towards bottom, then I get the graph this way. Now where this graph is intersecting the x-axis, then I have the x-intercepts. So here the graph is intersecting at point R and at point S. So R and S are my x-intercepts. At these points, y value is 0. Now this is the vertex point, which is the bottommost point. And if the parabola is upside down, then it is the topmost point, which is the vertex. Now a vertical line passing through this vertex point is known as axis of symmetry. And this parabola is having the same shape on one side of the axis of symmetry and on the other side of axis of symmetry. This point where the parabola is intersecting the y-axis is known as the y-intercept, and at this point x value is 0. So these are three basic properties of the parabola. One is the vertex point, x and y intercepts, axis of symmetry, x is equal to m. We will discuss more about what E means, H means, K means, R means, S means, and K. Now R and S you know here, H and K, these are the coordinate of the vertex point, right? Now the standard, how we get vertex form and vectored form from the standard form. So there are various methods. From the standard form, we come to the vertex form by completing the square method. And we achieve the vectored form with various methods. One is a common factoring, product and sum method. The product and sum method is also known as simple and complex trinomial. And then the third method is a perfect square. Fourth method is a difference of square. And the fifth method is quadratic formula. We will discuss all this, the completing the square, how to do this method to get the vertex form, and how we do this factoring methods to get our vectored form. So this is basically the basics of the parabola. One more important thing over here is the domain and range. What is the domain for this graph and what is the range for this graph? Now domain means the parabola covers all the x values. So this graph, since it is going infinite this way and infinite this way, so basically it covers all the values on the x-axis. So we can say domain is equal to x such that x is in R. R is a set of real numbers, which basically includes negative numbers, fractions, and all positive numbers, and all these numbers, right? Now range covers the y value. So this graph basically is above 0, 0, and it covers all the values going infinite, positive infinity. So we can say range is equal to y such that y greater than or equal to 0 because it goes this way, and y is in R because it covers all the positive values and also the fractions, which is basically the decimal numbers. So this is how we indicate the domain and range. So this is the basics of quadratics. What is quadratics and what are the properties of the graphs of the quadratic function, and then we will see in the next video the transformation of these graphs. If a value is equal to, if a value is greater than 1 or if it is less than 1, what happens? If h is negative, if h is positive, what happens? If k is positive or k is negative, then what happens? Similarly, r and s, if they are positive or negative, what happens? And if a value is greater than 1, less than 1, or if a value is negative, how the graph is changing. So we will see that in the next video. So till now, you can just go through this, and then we will see in the next video. Okay, thanks, bye, have a nice day.